MLB The Show 26.
From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaumburg. All right, Singleton, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And on the hill for the Phillies, Jesus Luzardo. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you needed a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Ryan O'Hearn leading things off and takes a strike. The Phillies could really use a win here in the thick of the postseason hunt. Swing and a miss, struck him out. There's a Pirates lineup now. Big challenge for them today as they take on a pitcher who brings electric stuff and really racks up the strikeouts.
Yeah, it's crucial to make good contact against a pitcher like this. You might not get many pitches to hit, and it might be the first pitch, so you've got to be prepared from the start. Early, consistent contact is going to improve their chances.
Marcell Ozuna, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Still a couple of months to go, Boog, but there's definitely a little more energy and pressure around each game right now. A win here would be a nice shot of momentum.
Fastball for a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, you got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Brandon Lau bops one out of here. His 16th homer of the year, and the Pirates take the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
So 2 down. Ryan Reynolds here, swinging the bat well in the series. 5 for 12 so far.
Nope, that's off the plate. Oop. Oh.
Fastball is outside. And a big swing and a miss. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the finale of this 4-game set. Strike him out looking. Pirates draw 4 first blood of the solo shot. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for Pittsburgh in this one, Paul Steens. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
That one fouled off. The 0-2. Got him looking. And there's one down.
Batting second. Shortstop, Trey.
Okay, let's check out the lineup. Now, with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do.
With an ace on the bump, it's crucial not to become complacent. This lineup still has a job to do if they're going to come away with the win.
Trey Turner now, 0-1. One down, Phillies down a run. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And now 2 gone.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Bryce Harper in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Harper with a homer in his last game. He boasts a batting average that ranks top 10 in the league at the moment, Siggy. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope, that's inside.
Here's Harper, the count 2-1. On the ground. Cruz on the first. And the Phillies are set down in order. It's the Pirates 1 and the Phillies nothing. The Turnpike Series continues now. We move ahead to the top of the second now. O'Neal Cruz getting ready to hit.
Well, here's a deal not everyone remembers. Cruz was actually signed by the Dodgers in 2015, but Los Angeles dealt him to Pittsburgh in 2017 for Tony Watson. That's a rare trade the Dodgers just might regret.
Luzardo, the 6-foot lefty, 220 pounds, and he was a third-round pick back in 2016. Stays alive. To third. Slings it across. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting sixth, left fielder, Spencer Horwitz.
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
Whoa, whoa.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And a swing and a miss there.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Got him swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Third baseman, Jared Triolo.
2 down, bases empty. Up next for the Pirates, Jared Triolo.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Swings through that one for strike 1. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Batting 8th, catcher Joey Bart.
Here's Joey Bart now. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Way out front for strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That's a ball.
And there's a hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory. Average going up, OBP. Everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Here's the center fielder, Connor Griffin.
Whoa, whoa.
2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Bottom of the second. Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber went deep in his most recent game. Up the middle. Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw. The throw is late, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
And now it's Alec Bohm, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. In there at the knees. It's 0-1. Late on that fastball.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And this one could be extra bases. Throw comes in, runner stop, second and third, nobody out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Golden opportunity right here. Way high with that one. And that's ball 1. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. 2-0. And that's outside.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Bryson Stott next to bat for Philadelphia. Down. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 1 away.
Well, it was a bad read off the bat, but he still managed to make the catch. That could have turned out much worse. Catch saved him a run.
Runners at second and third and 1 out. This is Bryson Stott. Fought off foul.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Second and third, 1 away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. Now it's going to be Pedro Leon.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Just 1 hit in his last 5 games.
Got one out to right. Reynolds on his way over. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Makes the catch, 1 down.
Up next for
And
Pittsburgh,
here's a
the
look at how
designated
he's
hitter,
using his pitches in
Marcell
this one.
Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And a base hit. And a man aboard.
Up next for the Pirates, second baseman
Nice line drive to the
Brandon
post
Lau.
side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now it's Brandon Lau.
Nope, that's low. Hey!
Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 1-2 again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's the right
Up next
fielder,
for
Brian
Pittsburgh,
Reynolds.
right fielder, Brian
He's 0 for
Reynolds.
1.
No, that's a ball.
Ozuna off of first with 2 away. That one's in there, and that's strike 1. That's a strike.
Hey!
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Pirates lead 1. They lead it 1-0.
I told y'all, believe me. Yes, your reign is over. We got next. If you say you are the best, when you say it, better say it.
The
with your
Turnpike Series continues now as we go to the last of the third. Tom Murphy stands in for the Phillies.
Nope, ball 1.
Fastball for a strike.
Ball two.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And one out now.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So the Philly batting order turns over, and now the center fielder, Justin Crawford. That's ripped into the outfield. And there are 2 outs.
Up next for the Phillies, shortstop.
Here's Turner now. His first at bat was a strikeout. Swing and a miss, strike one. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Not close with that one. And a count 1-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to
No,
watch.
that's a ball.
Inside, just missed. See ya. Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail here 1-0. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Liner caught it second. 1 pitch and 1 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Horwitz in the box now. No balls and a strike. In the air, left field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Pirates, third baseman, Jared Triolo.
Jared Triolo, the next Pirate to hit. Single to right in his first trip. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Leon on his way in. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that'll do it. Bucks go down quietly, but they're on top. Back here in Philadelphia, well, Singy, he's been on a tear coming in. And we've seen much of the same dominance today. Swiftly becoming the X factor of this pitching staff.
Yeah, Boog, he's pitching like he's got the answers to the test, and the hitters miss study group.
Reynolds moving under this one. 1 up, 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Reached on an infield single his first time. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
No, that's a ball.
Hit hard on the ground to the right side. O'Hearn takes it to the bag. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And here comes Alec Bohm.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Got him. That is the inning. Phillies down in order. They're down 1-0. The Turnpike
Leading
Series
off for
continues
Pittsburgh,
now.
catcher,
Here's the
Joey
Pirates
Bart.
catcher now, Joey Bart. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Hard on the ground to first. Harper takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter
Up next
retired
for
in the fifth.
Pirates, center fielder Connor Griffin.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Connor Griffin. Grounded out his first time up.
This guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
So the Pirates batting order turns over. Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. And that's just foul. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Here goes the runner. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Well, to get the strikeout there, what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
Ozuna, the big bear, 1 for 2. Griffin leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Popped in the air, left field, and that's the third out. So one hit is all they get. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Pirates 1 and the Phillies 0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Got one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 2-2. Now one missed.
Now in this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with the free pass.
Stott stands in now and watches strike 1.
There was a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Good job to fight that one off.
The healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Here's the 0-2. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Look out! And it hit him.
First base.
First and second, no outs. Pedro Leon, the next to hit. That one not close. Ball one. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Tap foul at the plate. Pitch is in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Got him swinging for the K. Nice job behind the plate there.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had it fooled.
Now it's Tom Murphy.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Late swing, fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Not even close there. And that's ball 3.
Oh, they've had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
The pitch is upstairs, ball 4, and they're loaded.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted in first base with a quick free pass.
Up steps Trey Turner in a pivotal spot. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
And that one is lifted in the air. Got it. Covered plenty of distance there. That is the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. This is Phillies baseball on the back at Citizens Bank Park. Close game here and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one.
My life is real. So I'm fronting on them every chance I get, to be honest. Wavy hair, mystique, up in this deep chain with some sick feet. Corner of 10th Street, scoop me in the MPV. I'm holding big. Solo was vocalist, maestro. This fish grease, rest in peace, Polo. He see us, I was just with G. Just like Ryan E, me and Preem, this history. Young ones, abuelas, Jesus candles, bodegas. Always playing some gangsta. Who is there? They gon' say nah. Look at us now, De La Ma, Rick, Ghost, and Rick. Big up Big L, Prodigy, True Goy, they live. Martyrs, if you will, a legend has a cartel.
Brandon Lau
Leading off
will
for
hit
the
next.
Pirates, second baseman Brandon Lau.
Fastball for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. 0-2 now. Got him. That's his 8th strikeout of the game.
Up next for Booster, right fielder Brian Reynolds.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder Brian Reynolds, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Ground ball right side. Stop. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's O'Neal Cruz.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
2 down, nobody on. Struck him out looking. It's his 9th strikeout so far. And 1-2-3 go the Pirates. But they lead it 1-0.
Not at all, so I gotta take a high. I ain't a no talent, haven't here today, gone tomorrow type dude. Been doing this, overpaying my.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. And that one fouled off. Yo one.
Ball 1.
There's a swing and a miss.
It's really trying to stay in on the hands, not let them get extended, because that's where the potential for damage exists.
That's the ball.
That's outside.
That's away.
3-2 now. Challenge from behind the dish here. So the call stands. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Payoff pitch. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their 2nd challenge. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Tied him up inside with that one.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. Kyle Schwarber with a rocket, and we're all square. It's 1-1.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. That's That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Paul Skeens departs, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. On the mound now for the Pirates, Jose Urquidy.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they slide in front in the 6th. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. To the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Digging in, Brandon Marsh.
Microphone unmuted.
On the ground, right side. Slings to first in time.
Next for the Phillies, second baseman, Bryson.
2 down, bases empty. Bryson Stock digs in now. A former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Hammered down the right side, the foul. Swing and a ground ball into the outfield, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And now the right fielder, Pedro Leon. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Coming home. And they lead by 2.
Comes through with the RBI. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. That's all for Jose Urquidy. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. Yohan Ramirez into the game.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
So here's Murphy now.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2.
Nope, that's out.
This to third, and that one handled. That ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Now a 3-1 ball game.
Fade away with no baskets made in this stretch.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Brad Keller on the pitch here.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
In the past, all the days where you been broke, been hurt, been scarred, been hard. I'm not saying that it's easy, but get smart. When you focus on the good, it plays a big part to making sure that you headed to take a big star. I wake up and see the sunshine. Thankful for the day, so this one's mine. You get one chance, you get one time. Even in the dark, you know I gotta shine. I wake up and see the sunshine. Thankful for the day, so this one's mine. I gotta advance and I gotta...
And a swing and a miss.
You know, these Pirates just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Fouled off left side. Trying to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. No swing. And a 1-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Here's the third baseman, Jared Triolo. The Phillies up by 2 here in the top half of inning number 7. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Up next for the Pirates, catcher Joey Bart.
Joey Bart up here. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. There's one. Fires to first on the run. First save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Connor Griffin. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. The tying run at the plate. Late that time, and it's strike 2. On the ground, right side. Stott over to first in time. The inning is over. So one left for Pittsburgh. Score holds. It's 3-1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. And he lays down a bunt. Not a time. It's a bunt single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down the ball. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
Here's Trey Turner. 0 for 3 in this one. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way, maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
And another ball.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's going to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for another play.
Runner takes off. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Caught, and the runner's dangerously far from first.
Up next for the Phillies, first baseman Bryce Harper.
Here's Bryce Harper. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Well, he's always a threat. Even if this guy is 0 for 3 for the night with 3 strikeouts, he can come up that 4th time and do damage because he's that good.
Can't make contact with the sweeper. Crawford leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. That's strike 2. Fights it off. You'll see another. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Man at second. That misses. And now it's 3-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Gemini child, it was written in stars. On guard body, you are looking at a guard. Went to AD, man, P, phone tomorrow. The rest history, you know we took it mad far. Rap dude, travel the world like Nat Geo. Work myself through the matrix.
Schwarber at the plate now. That's ball 1. That's a strike. And 1-1.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Man on second, 2 down. And that is downstairs. And a count 2-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. That's out to center field. Griffin drifts towards it. And that is the inning. Phillies strand 1 as the lead remains 3-1. Ready to begin the 8th. And now the Pirates lead off man, Ryan O'Hearn. Tanner Banks taking over on the mound.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
notifications.
Outside.
55 minutes left, 60 minutes.
And that's in there at the knees. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That's hard hit on the line. And there's one down. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. 1 for 3. There's a line drive to left field. 2 away. Two outs, base is empty. Brandon Lau getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. He goes out looking. Down in order for the Pirates. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Hunter Barco.
Well, walks have certainly been an issue for him this season, so we'll see what kind of command he has.
Boom, leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that
bullpen. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Now here is Brandon Marsh. Boom. Gets his lead at first with nobody out. In the dirt. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Carmen Majinski, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Matson warming up as well. The 1-1.
No, that's the ball.
That one is absolutely belted.
Donald Douglas, second and third.
So it's an automatic double.
They're cooking with gas, Brew. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. I'm looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
Bryson Stott, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Smoked into the gap, and this might score both runners. One runs in, another comes in to score, and they're up by 4. A 2-run double.
Oh, that's a big at-bat coming through the clutch to drive in here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them